Through internships and lobbying in nearby Washington, students get a chance to see how their biblical worldview can affect real government policy. They have been charged to convince politicians to privatize Social Security, repeal the estate tax, and reject a proposed compensation fund for asbestosis victims, which they think will lead to higher costs for business.
I would love someday to see the estate tax repealed, property tax even repealed, because of that biblical principle, the earth is the Lord's, it's not the state's.
Though their ultimate goal is national leadership, for some freshmen, this is a first chance to see the Capitol.
You give the MO that says, "Hi, I'm a student. Okay, I'm here on my own time, and I would like to just have a couple minutes just to talk about some issues."
Well, listen, thank you all very much for stopping in. We appreciate it.
Members of Congress, senior staffers who were friends of mine, they'd say, "Hey, Mike, you got a sharp homeschool kid that can come work on my staff?" What they wanted was someone who was academically talented and shared their values. That's what they really meant when they said a sharp homeschool kid.
From Patrick Henry College.
Okay.
So.
Oh, so you're that's a school founded by Michael Ferris.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. We all know him very well. Patrick Henry is an up-and-coming school.
Thank you.
You guys are already there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm very glad that in only 5 years somebody works in the White House and for Karl Rove's office, that a number of them work on Capitol Hill, work for congressmen and senators. It's been very gratifying to see the reputation grow, and everyone who's had someone that I know of says, "Send us more, send us more."
The college Republicans are one of the biggest organizations on campus. For Derek, at 18, already a veteran of 2 political campaigns, working for them is a natural fit.
We've in the past had the opportunity to answer phones at the White House after the State of the Union address. We've also had the chance to do lobbying in Washington D.C. and visit directly with our state senators. And even this year we're able to offer the college Republican t-shirts as a free gift to the really active members.
Students at Patrick Henry are excused from class for elections. The Republican National Committee pays for the students' expenses as they work for Jerry Kilgore, the conservative Republican candidate, during a final 72-hour blitz called the Stampede.
Turn out that vote, and you'll be proud of the next governor of Virginia, Jerry Kilgore.
What we're doing here is grassroots work. We're making phone calls, we're knocking on doors. It might not seem very significant, but I just want to encourage you to be faithful in those small things. And then when God sees that faithfulness, He will reward it.
During the 2004 presidential election, Derek, Rebecca, and thousands of others like them went door to door in their hotly contested home state of Ohio, helping win it and the White House for George Bush.
Who wants to guess how many doors we knocked on yesterday? We knocked on 5,337 doors. And we made over 14,000 phone calls.
It's just amazing that all this work has been going into a campaign like this, but it's also just really energizing. You're going to see directly the impact you have. It's exciting. And we're learning this stuff that's going to serve us in any kind of campaign.
Time for sign waving, guys. Come on. So we're just getting the last few hours in to make sure people turn out to the polls and vote. Jerry Kilgore is very pro-life. Kilgore defines marriage from the traditional viewpoint.
So we're going to win tonight?
We are going to win all the way. Oh, yeah.
The Republican, even if Kilgore is not elected, Lord, and Kate is, it is still in your hands, and you can still change the state for the better no matter who is elected, Lord, and help us to trust you even when we don't understand and not to be discouraged.
This is a difficult speech to give.
I guess we could have made a few more phone calls. Knocked on a few more doors.
Though the Conservatives failed to win an important governor seat, at Patrick Henry College, the long view prevails. Thoughts are turned to the battles ahead.
I definitely feel great love for this nation, and look out the window and see that flag still flying, and just know that this nation still is one nation under God, and we haven't lost hope yet.
They believe their education will enable them to become key players in American politics and remake the country into their vision of a Christian republic.
There's this attraction that government holds for us because we can win elections. You just get enough people out to vote or be persuasive enough, you can elect a congressman, you can elect a governor and make changes.
I've got a pretty vivid imagination and can see a lot of interesting things. One of our graduates walks down the aisle at the Academy Awards to get the Oscar for writing the best picture of the year. And his cell phone rings, and it's the President of the United States congratulating him. And they were roommates at Patrick Henry College.
There are other kids who are going to be surprisingly influential. Those are the kids who I think will be under the radar screen. They're going to be out in their neighborhoods and in their communities and, you know, as parents and as activists, and they will change our culture.
I hope some way, somehow, to make an impact on this nation for Christ and for liberty, as the PHC motto goes.